So guys, welcome to another episode of my Arsenal Career Mode series, and to kick off today's episode guys, we'll be selecting our Italian side. Obviously we are in charge of the Italian national team, but we'll be selecting the side that will be playing two friendly games that will be coming up in the next episode. So I'm just going to go through the side guys. You guys can see the lineup that I am going to go with. I'm going to make a few changes here and there, and just before we jump into the main games of today's episode, we have huge games guys against Manchester City. There's some huge games coming up in today's episode, but just before we jump into them guys, I am ill still. I did mention that in my last episode, and if you guys do want to keep in touch and want to stay up to date with me, the channel, and my videos, follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Google+, all my social media links down below in the description. Thank you guys so much for support on the recent videos and also on the social media sites. I have a lot of you guys asking me, when's the next video gonna come out? It is here guys. So yeah, if you want to stay up to date with me and the channel, follow me on my social media links. They'll be down below in the description. We are in first position, 4 points ahead of Chelsea and 6 points ahead of Manchester City. We're coming to the end of the season guys, not long to go. Can we hold on to that first position? You guys will have to wait and see, but we are obviously coming up against Manchester City in the first game of this episode. You guys did see City are third, we are in first. Can we win this game and then go 9 points ahead of Manchester City? They're starting Caballero in goals, and so far in this series, every time I've come up against Manchester City, they're always starting Caballero in goals. I don't know whether they sold Joe Hart or he's just been injured for the past two seasons, but the first goal came in the 7th minute as Jack Wilshere makes his way down the wing, finds Jenkinson with the header. It comes off the post from Caballero, and from that, Manchester City do clear. But you guys can see City on the attack with Fernandinho, plays the ball to Cavani. Laporte went for the sliding challenge, but because the ground was wet, Cavani literally skid past him and is going to make it 1-0 to Manchester City. They do take the lead, and they obviously do make it 1-0 there. Edison Cavani, obviously a new signing for them, obviously from PSG. But in the 45th minute during stoppage time, Gael Clichy down the wing here. As Gael Clichy is actually going to whip it across to find Cavani again. And Cavani has made it 2-0 in stoppage time. And what a header that is. Cavani literally unstoppable. We cannot stop him. What a cross that was, and what a bullet of a header that was also. But in the 67th minute, we do give away a penalty. Things went bad to worse. We did not play good at all during this game. We were not playing like a team that has been in the first position for most of this Premier League season. Obviously in the last episode, we lost the Capital One Cup final, against West Brom. And the next game after this, we could be 3-0 down against Manchester City. Obviously, it was from a cross, and I just did take down, I think it was Company, Rafael Varane did take him down. And guys, at full time to kick off this episode, it's probably one of the worst starts to an episode for this whole series. We lose to Manchester City 3-0 as Cavani completes his hat-trick. Obviously his third goal did come from that penalty. So from that guys, we're now only 3 points ahead of Manchester City as Chelsea did lose their game. So we have missed out on an opportunity to go 9 points ahead of Manchester City and 6 points or 7 points ahead of Chelsea. But can we pick up a win against QPR? If we can't beat QPR, guys, this is really going to hurt us come the end of the season. So we are still sitting first. QPR are down in 12th. You guys can see Aston Villa, who actually were first a couple of episodes ago, they have dropped down into the 5th position. That's the QPR lineup for this game. Not the paciest of defenders. So let's hope that we can use that to our advantage and use our pace to get around their defenders. And take a look at my lineup for this game. The team that is coming up against QPR. From that result against Manchester City, I did have to rest a few players. Welbeck, Oxlade-Chamberlain and Noyang. 3 pacey attackers, as I did say. QPR not the paces of defence, so I brought in those 3 pacey attackers with Maya, Ozil and Pastore in the midfield. But the first highlight came in the 25th minute as Noyang gets played through, and what did I say, guys? QPR, not the paces of defenses. Noyang comes through and his shot hits the post. Very unlucky there, almost giving us the 1-0 advantage. But in the 42nd minute, QPR on the attack here. Some horrible defending here from me. They're just going to go through literally our whole defense. They're going to whip it across to find Austin with the header, and that one does go off target. Luckily for us, off target, because QPR, what a chance that was for them to make it 1-0 to themselves. But in the 59th minute, a ball gets played to Hoylett, and Hoylett is going to make his way onto goal, and he does get taken down through Jenkinson, guys. And it wasn't a penalty. I could not believe it. QPR, to be honest, really did deserve that penalty, and would they have scored that penalty and make it 1-0 to themselves? But the game did change. Ever since the referee did not call that a penalty, the game changed as Danny Welbeck, he makes it 1-0 in the 74th minute from a nice cross there from Mesut Ozil, and what a header that was from Danny Welbeck. So he makes it 1-0 and does put ourselves in the lead. So as I did say, since the referee did not give that one a penalty, the game just changed. In the 77th minute, Noyang on the ball, trying to double our lead and make it 2-0. So Noyang down the wing here. He's going to play inside to find Danny Welbeck with the strike. He puts it front post bottom corner. He makes it 2-0. And at full time, guys, we do beat QPR 2-0. So a little bit of a bounce back from that 3-0 defeat to Manchester City. Not the best of results, obviously. We lost 3-0 to City and only 2-0. We beat QPR 2-0. But could we have beaten them more? Maybe we could have. But Danny Welbeck, he picks up 2 very nice goals for himself. But we are coming up against Nottingham Forest in the FA Cup quarter-finals. This is a great chance, guys, for us to go into the next round, into the semi-finals, and then hopefully to the final and even winning the FA Cup. So we are home, guys. Obviously, if we do not win this game and the game does end in a draw, we will have to do a replay and we'll have to play at Forest's home ground. But as you guys can see, it is Manchester City against West Brom in the other side of the tournament tree. Also, Blackburn Rovers will be coming up against QPR, the team that we did just beat 2-0. But my lineup for this game, guys, I had to rest quite a number of players. I wanted to play a lot of youth players, as Nardi will be starting in goals. Sanogo will be starting up front. Varane will be starting in the right back position. I didn't have another right back for this game, but this is a Nottingham Forest side, guys. Sorry about that, but that's their lineup for this game. They're going to be starting a 4-4-2 formation. The default 4-4-2 formation with 2 central midfielders and 2 out on the wings. But the first highlight, guys, came in the early stages as Yao Sanogo makes his way onto goal and he hits the post. What an opportunity that was for Sanogo to get his first goal of this game, and his first goal, I think, for the second season or quite a while. He did play quite good during season number 1, but season number 2 has dropped off quite a bit. And look at this, guys, in the 49th minute, how did we not score that? I think Sanchez, or it was Ozil, who just literally, the ball fell to him. All they had to do was put that one into the back of the net. They touched the ball and they started celebrating. That's right, guys. They started celebrating before the ball was even into the back of the net. But enough of that, guys. In the 89th minute, Nardi pulls off 2 great saves, and at full time the game ends 0-0. And in the next episode, guys, we will be having the replay against Nottingham Forest. Very disappointing result. I didn't want to play another game against Nottingham Forest. It really is. The next game against Nottingham Forest is a waste of a game. But we are going to have to win it if we want to go into the semi-finals of the FA Cup. But as I did say, guys, my player started celebrating before the ball was even into the back of the net, which was a bit disappointing. Real great goal scoring opportunity. Callum Chambers, luckily, is back from his injury. He's actually been out for, I think, 2 to 3 months. And we have missed him in the right back position. But to end off today's episode, we'll be having a game against Borussia Dortmund in the round of 16 in the Champions League. During last season, guys, we did get knocked out in the round of 16 in the Champions League against AS Roma. Will that be a repeat? We are coming up against Dortmund, and the first leg did end 1-1. And Dortmund actually got an away goal, and that puts them in the driver's seat for this game, because we have to get an away goal right here, right now, if we want to advance into the next round of the Champions League. That's a Dortmund lineup for this game. Weidenfeld will be starting in goals. Edin Dzeko from Manchester City will be starting up front for them. No Marco Reus, obviously he did go down with an injury in the last time, in the first leg that we did play them 2 episodes ago. But this is my lineup for this game, guys. Sirigu will be back in goals. Jenkinson, Mertesacker, Koscielny, and Gibbs at the back. I went with a different formation as Ramsey and Pastore in the 2 CDM positions, Maya and Sanchez in the 2 central attacking midfield positions, and Welbeck and Zlatan up front. But the first line came in the 2nd minute. Maya plays the ball to Zlatan. His shot is well saved there from Weidefeld in goals. Obviously, Zlatan on the weak foot, on his weak foot, obviously, but it could have went in. But it was a great save there from Weidefeld. But in the 45th minute, Dortmund have a great chance. But what a save that is from Sirigu, the Italian goalkeeper, pulling off an insane stop there. But in the 87th minute, it's Blaszczykowski on the ball. He does lose it. And look at this pressure from Dortmund. Seriously, they win the ball back and the strike does go off target. But guys, at full time, this game is going to end 0-0. And we have been knocked out of the Champions League for the 2nd straight season in the round of 16. So now, guys, our 2 hopes of winning silverware for this season will come in the Premier League. We are sitting first. And in the FA Cup, we are going to have to play the replay against Nottingham Forest in the next episode. Guys, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to leave me a like rating. Your support in this series really does drive these episodes out. Make sure to drop me a comment down below that I can personally respond to. And make sure you subscribe. And guys, hope you have a fantastic day. And I'll see you all on my next video.